I can't believe I just found these 22 photos smuggled out of North Korea, revealing a side of the country we're rarely allowed to see. With each snapshot, we're given a glimpse into a world shrouded in secrecy, exposing the stark realities faced by its people and the iron grip of its government. Let's dive into these forbidden images together, uncovering stories hidden from the world's eyes. Number 22. Fear and Obedience. In this revealing snapshot, we are presented with a scene all too common in North Korea, a massive rally. This photograph captures a sea of citizens, each holding propaganda signs, engaged in what appears to be a unified display of loyalty and devotion to the regime. The varied expressions on their faces, ranging from indifferent to fully absorbed, seem to mirror the state-promoted narrative of widespread patriotic fervor. However, a closer examination of this orchestrated unity reveals a more unsettling reality. The chilling sameness of the crowd, their choreographed actions, and the omnipresent propaganda all suggest an underlying atmosphere of fear and enforced compliance. This image sheds light on the complex layers of public sentiment in North Korea, weaving together elements of authentic national pride with elements of compulsory involvement and latent anxiety. The rally underscores the significant roles that fear and conformity play in North Korean society, offering a deeper insight into the everyday lives of its people beyond the facade presented to the outside world. Number 21. Human waste as fertilizer. In a surprising twist, human waste has taken center stage in North Korea, with the populace wrestling with an unbelievable requirement, producing 90 kilograms of human manure each day, a directive straight from Kim Jong-un. This effort is meant to breathe life into the nation's flagging agricultural sector. The leader of North Korea has called for a countrywide effort, urging everyone to do their part in achieving lofty fertilizer production goals. With the bar set incredibly high, every individual is tasked with generating over 200 pounds of human waste daily, summing up to about 3 tons monthly. Yet, the sheer absurdity of this mandate has plunged the citizens into chaos, driving them towards unusual methods and even monetary deals to manage this bizarre challenge. Authorities have tried to spread the responsibility by setting quotas for factories, institutions, and groups of citizens. Nevertheless, people have had to get inventive, from enduring the harsh cold to gather human waste to initiating cash exchanges among themselves. Number 20. Hefty Fences. Making it out of North Korea is no small feat, as the hefty defenses along its borders make clear. Recent information has shed light on just how far the government will go to stop people from leaving. The country's coast is barricaded with electrified barbed wire fences, a grim symbol of the regime's iron grip. These barriers aren't just for show, they're under constant watch by guards prepared to stop anyone trying to get past them. The danger of trying to escape is monumental. The electrified fences present a lethal hazard to anyone brave or desperate enough to attempt contact, threatening a deadly shock. And even if one were to get past these fences, they'd still have to navigate hazardous terrain and dodge the vigilant eyes of patrolling guards. Despite these daunting challenges, some have tried to leave behind the oppressive regime, driven by a mix of desperation and the hope for a better future. Yet, tales of success are few and far between, and the penalties for getting caught are harsh, including imprisonment, torture, or worse, death. Number 19. Museum of American War Atrocities. Located in Sinchon County, North Korea, the Sinchon Museum of American War Atrocities stands as a stark monument dedicated to revealing the harrowing stories of the Sinchon massacre that occurred during the Korean War. Reopened in July 2015 at a new site, this museum offers an immersive journey into the tragic events spanning from October 17 to December 7, 1950. This period was marked by the occupation of major North Korean cities, including the capital, Pyongyang, and Hamhung, by South Korean, American, and United Nations military forces. As visitors move through the museum, they encounter paintings and exhibits that powerfully convey the loss of over 35,000 lives, immersing them in the chaos and turmoil of that era. Yet, the narrative takes a complex turn as the South Korea-based Institute for Korean Historical Studies introduces a nuanced perspective, suggesting that the tragedy was not solely the result of one side's actions but involved contributions from both communists and anti-communist vigilantes, adding layers to the understanding of this devastating period in history. Number 18. Eating grass. In our world, food transcends being a mere luxury. It's essential for survival. Yet, in some societies, like North Korea, the lack of food leads to extremely grim situations, with the daily threat of starvation hanging over people's heads. This grim reality hits home when you see images like a recent one leaked from North Korea. It shows a man in a desolate grass field, his appearance worn, clutching at handfuls of grass. At first glance, it might seem like a scene of agricultural labor, but a closer look reveals a more desperate truth. He's not tending to crops but scavenging for anything that might be edible. This poignant image illuminates the stark reality of hunger and scarcity that many North Koreans face, where basic necessities like food are hard to come by for most. While a select few live in abundance and luxury, the overwhelming majority are in a constant battle just to find enough food for a basic meal. Number 17. A mural with hidden meanings. In this exploration, we peer into the realm of censored art, zeroing in on a public mural that acts as a colorful representation of societal aspirations in North Korean urban landscapes. These murals, while arresting to the eye, go beyond simple decorations. They are meticulously designed pieces of propaganda deliberately positioned in communal areas. At first look, this mural presents an idyllic vista of happy laborers and bountiful farms, ostensibly heralding the country's agricultural prowess. Yet, a deeper examination reveals layers of implied meanings: the overly joyful faces, the implausibly rich harvest, and the conspicuous figure of a soldier all subtly convey enforced cheerfulness and the regime's militaristic bent. Despite its bright palette, this mural stands as a piece of censored artwork, mirroring not the actuality but a contrived ideal of North Korean society. The blend of art and propaganda seen here provides a fascinating insight into the mechanisms of power and control over information within the nation, underscoring the government's firm hold on artistic expression and its capacity to skew narratives to fit its objectives. Number 16. A hidden shrine. The next photograph uncovers a seldom-seen aspect of life in North Korea: religion. It captures a modest, concealed shrine, subtly defying the government's stringent regulations on religious expression. Despite its low-key appearance, this shrine is a powerful symbol of the enduring presence of faith under oppressive conditions. This image offers a rare glimpse into the spiritual lives of some North Koreans, hinting at a persistent undercurrent of belief that survives in spite of the state's secular mandates. The existence of the shrine speaks volumes about the intrinsic human yearning for spiritual engagement and the indomitable nature of faith, even in the face of adversity. Yet, it also brings to light the state's tight grip on religious activities, confining expressions of faith to clandestine corners. While the shrine stands as a beacon of spiritual resilience, it equally emphasizes the constraints placed on religious freedom within the country. This photograph allows us a window into the intricate dance between faith and governmental power in North Korea, revealing the silent yet steadfast continuation of spiritual practices against the backdrop of widespread suppression. Number 15. Soldier at ease. In this uncommon snapshot, we observe a North Korean soldier pausing to enjoy a cigarette, providing a fleeting look into the personal moments of those serving in the military. Behind their disciplined facade is a deep narrative of endurance and dedication. For many in North Korea, military service represents a significant portion of their lives, extending over 10 years for men and 7 for women. Remarkably, individuals chosen for the elite unit tasked with protecting Kim Jong-un embark on an even longer journey, committing to 13 years of service. Serving in the military is often seen as a rite of passage, typically undertaken after completing high school or, for some, after university. The length of service is influenced by one's level of education, with those holding a bachelor's degree serving for 5 years and graduates in science or engineering dedicating 3 years. This distinctive policy, established by the late Kim Jong-il, was designed to encourage a focus on scientific advancement. However, one of the most significant challenges faced by soldiers is not the rigorous training or mastering of military tactics, but the struggle against hunger. While elite units enjoy relatively better provisions, soldiers stationed outside the capital, Pyongyang, often face severe food shortages, sometimes having to subsist on as little as 2 or 3 potatoes a day. This lack of adequate nutrition has contributed to a notable difference in average height between North Korean soldiers and their counterparts from South Korea, highlighting the harsh realities faced by those in service. Number 14. Children at play. In this image, we are presented with a moving contrast: the bright, unspoiled joy of North Korean children playing amidst the bleak backdrop of a uniform housing complex. Their radiant smiles and enthusiastic zeal as they kick around a makeshift ball starkly oppose the dull, concrete surroundings. This scene is a powerful reflection of their resilience and indomitable spirit, demonstrating their capacity to find happiness even in the most difficult situations. However, there's a deeper layer to this picture. The threadbare clothes, handed down through many siblings, and the barren dirt field amidst the concrete starkly underscore the tough realities these children confront every day. Despite these challenges, their laughter and playfulness serve as a vibrant reminder of the universal quest for joy and connection, cutting across borders and political divides. This image brings the North Korean experience closer to us, transforming abstract headlines or statistics into the real stories of children facing life with bravery and hope. It captures a simple moment brimming with complex emotions: joy, sadness, and resilience. Number 13. The hidden cost of parades. In this revealing photograph, we're granted an unusual backstage pass to the grandiose parades frequently broadcasted by North Korean state media. Captured in this image is a group of performers, their exhaustion palpable, congregating away from the public's eye. Their wearied faces, a stark departure from the vibrant costumes they adorn, present an unvarnished glimpse into the personal sacrifices behind these ostentatious displays of national fervor. While these elaborate parades are intended to convey North Korean solidarity and affluence, this behind-the-scenes snapshot tells a different story. It underscores the regime's focus on maintaining a superficial gloss at the expense of its participants' well-being. Offstage, these performers, who are expected to project joy, grapple with fatigue and pressure, a reality sharply at odds with the polished smiles and synchronized performances the world sees. Number 12. Mad construction. Many of us understand the social instinct of humans, but countries like North Korea choose a path of isolation. While this might appear bold, the impact on its people is severe, especially when it comes to basic necessities. In North Korea, constructing buildings is a risky task. With a shortage of adequate materials, people are left with no choice but to use whatever is available, compromising both safety and construction quality. Leaked images of shoddily built structures in Pyongyang, the capital, highlight the gravity of this issue. If such is the situation in the nation's heart, the state of affairs in more secluded regions is hard to fathom. It paints a bleak picture where construction workers, without the right tools or safety protocols, risk their lives daily. North Korea's technological backwardness and strict import controls only worsen the problem. Lacking modern construction materials, workers turn to rudimentary techniques, leading to buildings that are both subpar and dangerous. This situation has led to a disturbingly high number of construction-related deaths, underscoring the dire consequences of these practices. Number 11. A night view of Pyongyang. Discover the captivating night allure of Pyongyang, North Korea, where the city's skyline sparkles with lit skyscrapers and lively streets, painting a picture of advancement and urban dynamism. Yet, beneath this glowing exterior, a story of obscured truths and inequalities quietly unfolds. Despite the city's bright lights, widespread reports of electricity scarcity, particularly in the countryside, highlight a profound disparity in the distribution of resources. This incongruity emphasizes the socio-economic divides within the nation, with the capital appearing to be prioritized over other regions. Additionally, hidden beneath the city's radiant illumination is an extensive state surveillance network, quietly monitoring every facet of daily existence. This omnipresent watch, woven into the fabric of the urban environment, adds depth to the city's story, reminding us that outward appearances can often conceal more intricate and daunting realities. Hence, while Pyongyang's nocturnal view might suggest affluence and modernization, the deeper truth uncovers a story that is far more complex and disconcerting. Number 10. Shopping mall for the elite. When we discuss inequality, it often feels like a concept far removed from the tangible hardships many endure. However, a leaked photograph from North Korea offers a stark view of this disparity. In the photo, we see a woman, dressed with elegance, pushing a shopping cart full of groceries through an almost empty mall. This emptiness isn't due to a lack of interest or consumers, it's because the mall is reserved for the upper echelon of society. Entry is a luxury only afforded to those of elite status or with the right connections. This glaring exhibition of wealth inequality prompts deep reflection on societal divides and how resources are distributed so unevenly. The image starkly illustrates the essence of inequality, highlighting the vivid divide between the few who enjoy privilege and the many who are left marginalized. Number 9. Depleted rice field. When we think of North Korea, it might be tempting to imagine that it's just modern conveniences and societal luxuries that are missing. But the truth is much more stark. Recent findings unveil a glaring lack of not only contemporary amenities but also the most fundamental agricultural necessities. Leaked images showing desolate rice fields offer a bleak view of the countryside, where barren landscapes dominate rather than flourishing farmlands. In place of vigorous farming operations, outdated agricultural techniques are the norm, hindered by the absence of necessary machinery and tools. This sharp discrepancy between the rural hardships and the image of prosperity portrayed by Pyongyang underscores the severe impact of economic isolation. The struggles faced by farmers mirror the repercussions of decisions made by the leadership, leaving North Korea significantly removed from the agricultural success it might otherwise achieve. Number 8. A family dinner scene. This captivating photograph invites us into the private sphere of a North Korean family, presenting a rare view of leisure time within a humble home setting. As the family congregates around their dinner table, a mixture of fatigue and warmth is evident in their expressions, a testament to the daily challenges they face. Yet, in this moment, a strong sense of togetherness prevails, uniting them as they partake in a simple meal. The scanty setup of their table is a silent testament to the reality of food scarcity, but each member of the family cherishes the modest fare, embodying resilience and unity against the backdrop of hardship. This scene draws a stark line between the public facade enforced by the state and the private havens of family life, where shared experiences become precious respites. However, the reach of the state permeates even these intimate gatherings, as obligatory portraits of the Kim dynasty adorn the walls, serving as a constant reminder of surveillance. Thus, this image captures the complex essence of life in North Korea, weaving together elements of defiance and resilience, state imposition, and the unyielding human quest for happiness in the simplicity of everyday life. Number 7. A rural train station. This evocative photograph invites you into the tranquility of a rural train station in North Korea, a stark departure from the hustle and bustle of urban counterparts. The station emanates a deep sense of peace and isolation, with a lone railway track extending into the horizon, embodying a silent journey and underscoring the vivid divide between urban progress and rural solitude. The lack of passengers and bustling activity highlights the restricted connectivity and access in these areas, pointing to the geographical isolation faced by its inhabitants. Moreover, the image stirs a feeling of motion and discovery as the steel tracks reach towards the unknown, igniting curiosity about the destinations they lead to. Yet, this serene vista also mirrors the limitations on freedom of movement within North Korea, where travel is rigorously regulated. Although train journeys universally symbolize gateways to new adventures, the solitude of this station mirrors the limited reality of life in rural North Korea, where chances for exploration and mobility are markedly constrained. Number 6. Cistern in bathroom. In North Korea, challenges are a common thread running through the fabric of society, affecting people from every walk of life. Even those in seemingly comfortable positions face difficulties, as illustrated by an unexpected find in a modern-looking home, a cistern used for water storage in the bathroom. This revelation shines a light on the country's plumbing issues, suggesting even more severe hardships for those less fortunate. Despite the perceived benefits of homeownership, the reality often involves grappling with inadequate plumbing, forcing residents to rely on makeshift solutions like cisterns, a clear sign of the government's failure to meet basic needs. A closer examination of living conditions highlights the crucial role these systems play in the sanitation infrastructure. Faced with limited resources and an unreliable water supply, people become diligent in conserving water, manually managing flushing to navigate these hardships. This hands-on management highlights the everyday fight for access to resources against the backdrop of state-controlled utilities and widespread infrastructure shortcomings. Number 5. The border gunship. In North Korea, attempting escape is not just challenging, it's deadly. This is vividly illustrated in a photograph capturing a female soldier stationed along the border with China, aboard a gunship poised to shoot anyone daring to flee. This drastic action is part of the regime's efforts to avert economic collapse and prevent the outside world from learning about its horrific acts, including the notorious death camps. With the government holding unchecked power, there are no repercussions for such measures. For the oppressed populace, leaving involves much more than merely packing. It's a dangerous risk with their very lives at stake. The regime's stringent restrictions on movement and the looming threat of lethal force instill a pervasive sense of fear, rendering escape an insurmountable challenge for many. Consequently, despite enduring severe hardships, most North Koreans find themselves confined within the country's borders, unable to pursue freedom or safety elsewhere. Number 4. Propaganda village. Did you know about the decoy village in North Korea known as Gyeongdong, or the Peace Village? At first look, it appears to be a regular North Korean community, adorned with vividly colored houses, schools, childcare facilities, and even a hospital. But here's the catch, it's entirely a facade. Nestled in the heavily fortified demilitarized zone between North and South Korea, Gyeongdong resembles a film set more than an actual village. The structures are mere concrete husks, lacking real windows, with electric lights set on timers to create an illusion of life. A team of maintenance staff is even employed to sweep the streets, adding to the pretense of a lively town. The purpose behind constructing such a phantom village? North Korea intended to entice South Koreans to defect by showcasing an illusory picture of wealth and well-being. This strategy is a testament to the extraordinary measures the two nations have adopted in their ongoing contest, which has produced several odd occurrences, including the flagpole skirmish of the 1980s. Number 3. Pleasure Squad. In the shadowy corners of North Korean society, there circulate rumors of a group known as the Pleasure Squad. While the North Korean government officially denies its existence, stories from defectors sketch a fascinating yet opaque image of this supposed group of women selected to provide personal entertainment to the nation's leaders. Imagine young women, adorned in distinctive uniforms, vying for a spot in this elite group, with their beauty, skills, and connections all being closely evaluated. It's said they undergo secretive training designed to entertain the uppermost tiers of leadership, including the enigmatic supreme leader himself. Yet, beneath the surface of this intrigue lies a more disturbing reality. Reports of invasive virginity checks cast a somber shadow over the group, revealing a troubling aspect of their selection process. Contrasting sharply with this shadowy aspect of North Korean society is the country's formidable military presence. With over 7 million members, the North Korean military stands as one of the largest forces globally. Many soldiers are drafted, their service more a requirement than a choice inspired by nationalistic zeal. Although male soldiers predominate in combat roles, there is a notable presence of women within the military ranks. These women, while typically not participating in combat, carry ceremonial swords and partake in parades and performances dedicated to the supreme leader. Their participation adds another layer to the North Korean regime's public display of strength and authority, showcasing a complex picture of power, control, and gender roles within the country. Number 2. Weirdest Dolphinarium Ever. North Korea has established a dolphinarium akin to those found around the world, purportedly to display national wealth and offer leisure activities to its populace. However, a tourist's revealing snapshot casts doubt on this claim, showing the facility crowded with soldiers rather than ordinary citizens. The presence of military personnel enjoying leisure time isn't in itself unusual, but the notable absence of regular citizens raises eyebrows. It begs the question, are financial obstacles preventing civilian access? This inconsistency leads to contemplation about the real motives behind the dolphinarium. Is it genuinely intended for the enjoyment of all North Koreans, or is it merely a component of a broader effort to project an image of national advancement? The lack of civilian engagement throws into question the availability of such amenities, sparking a call for a closer examination of the government's priorities and its dedication to meeting the genuine needs and wishes of its people. Number 1. Worst airline in the world. Imagine boarding a flight with Air Koryo, North Korea's only airline, and experiencing the unique thrill of flying with what's been labeled as either the Seoul one-star airline or the world's worst airline. Embark on an aerial adventure and delve into the notorious reputation that precedes this airline. Skytrax, a renowned airline and airport review platform, initially bestowed upon Air Koryo the dubious one-star rating, evaluating it across various service aspects, including loyalty programs and onboard entertainment. Despite Skytrax's ratings being unofficial, the moniker of a one-star airline swiftly became popular fodder for travel blogs and media outlets. However, in an unexpected turn, Skytrax later updated its assessment to Airline Not Rated, which led its website users to award Air Koryo a somewhat more lenient score of 6 out of 10. This contentious standing in the aviation community adds an intriguing dimension to Air Koryo's narrative. Is it genuinely the nadir of air travel, or is it a misunderstood gem? Picture the vibrant discussions among travelers, each sharing their own experiences that contribute to Air Koryo's mixed reputation of critique and, potentially, redemption.